everyone, my name is Sam and welcome back to another video. The past couple of videos have been me playing around with makeup, enjoying makeup, and other fun things about makeup and finding new bargains. But today, I want to show off something that I also really like to do. Originally, when I started this YouTube channel like 2 years ago, I wanted it to be a way for me to show off me creating my paintings, and I did one video and that took so long to do because I didn't really know much about editing or anything like that. So after one video, I kind of called it quits. Also, I didn't have like a super amazing laptop. It was basically used for school and that was it. It couldn't really handle processing a video and fun things like that. So when I finally moved and was able to have like a desktop and the ability to actually get a very good software to edit videos, I started doing makeup videos instead of painting videos. But that's kind of the whole point of this channel, is that I don't want to be stuck doing just one thing. I really want to explore a bunch of different hobbies that I can make new videos every single week, just doing some stuff that I really love. I really love doing my makeup, but I don't have the time and money to go out and get all these amazing makeup products that I really want and play around with them every week. So that's kind of the reason why I named my channel With a Brush, because a lot of hobbies that I like to do somehow involve a brush. Makeup brush, paint brush. I like to cook, and sometimes you have a little brush to brush butter on to bread. That counts, right? So today I figured I could show you kind of my painting process. Also, I have a Facebook page dedicated to just painting. It is called With a Brush. I would like to incorporate some of my painting videos there. I show off the paintings I make there, and sometimes I will put them from sale, but really I just kind of like to show off the things I come up with. But basically, today we're just gonna have a fun, relaxing day. It has been raining nonstop all day today, so I have no desire to go outside. I'm not a professional by any means whatsoever. I'm still very much an amateur, so I don't really know why I think I can do a tutorial, but it's fine. So, let's begin! Voiceover time. Right now, I'm assembling the colors I think I will use for this painting. Sometimes I draw inspiration from pictures or other paintings from Facebook or Instagram. The photo I was inspired by was off Pinterest. It was this floating land in a purple, pink, and yellow sky. I'm using cheap acrylic paints, and this box happened to come with 48 different colors. Look at all the choices! To help with the blending of these paints, I'll be using acrylic gesso. And now, the gang's all here. If you see me talking, it's because I decided halfway through that I wanted to do a voiceover. Oh well, right? My 11 by 14 pre-stretched canvas is ready, and to begin I'll do a mix of white acrylic gesso and purple pale. I'm just working up until about 1/4 of the canvas. I also made the right side a little taller than the left. As I go, I added more white gesso to help to diffuse the colors to make for an easier transition. I then started working on the pink layer by adding a way too dark of a pink. I have made a mistake. Oh, a mistake indeed. I take some white gesso to blend out the wrong color as much as possible. Now I get a different pink color, one that actually works. I usually add paint colors that are in the same color family when I'm not sure yet which color I'm going to use. Once again, blending out with a white gesso, especially as I get closer to the purple. Now, time for the yellow. I'll eventually work on the pink some more, but I wanted to decide how much yellow should be present before I actually start blending the yellow and pink together. Oh yeah. Oh god. None of the background colors are very equal in the spotlight, but that's how I wanted it. I started back on the pink, and I really focused on the blending of the yellow and the pink. I added white gesso when I thought the paint was getting too dry or I thought some parts were too bright and needed some diffusing. To help with the blending, I used a medium-sized blending brush. After that, I focused on getting an even coat of each color and touching up on some blank spots. The background colors are just how I want it, so now I start working on the clouds. My technique is to take a small, rounded brush and load it with white gesso. I make circular motions with the brush wherever I want to put the cloud. I then take a clean, flat brush and grab the ends of the white, and I pull the ends down, either curving left or right. I do that until I'm happy with how blended it is. Acrylic paint does dry in a matter of minutes, and it can make blending difficult. When I noticed the background was dry, I would put a tiny bit of background color on my flat brush to help pull the white down and blend. Add as many or few clouds as you want. I wanted a lot. Leave some spaces in between the clouds to add some depth. I went ahead and drew a rough outline of where the floating land will go. I then did a rough oval shape in the color of the grass. To add more detail, I took a green a few shades darker and made a thick little dots on the green space. I took a clean flat brush and lightly, and I mean lightly and quickly, brushed the dots up. This created little patches of grass. I now realize I did not zoom in enough. And then I stopped. I got hungry, got some dinner, and I didn't come back to the painting for the rest of the night. But I did come back a few days later. Also, check out my sweet shirt. If you do this, make sure you're at a good stopping point, aka not in the middle of blending. Now you can actually see my drawing and the blades of grass. I'm going to fill the bottom of the cone shape with a fairly dark brown color. I'm going to get close to the green, but not touching it. I'm just trying to get the simple shape of the cone. Then I'm going to use a smaller brush to create the rough edges of the cone, making it look more imperfect and dirt-like. I thought I wanted to create cracks in the grass, but I ditched that pretty quickly. Now I'm adding more green paint close to the brown so I can create grass hanging on the side. Using a clean, rough, flat brush, I pulled the paint down, curving either left or right, kind of like with the clouds earlier. Touch up the darker grass where needed. To add extra detail, I'm mixing up a brown a little lighter than the one earlier with some white gesso. I grab some of that paint with a palette knife and I gently glide it over the dark brown. It can take a few tries to get the pressure right. If you mess up and put too much paint on, just take some dark brown and glide it over where you want. Do this on one half of the cone. Do the same thing to the other half with a little bit darker mixture. It's okay if little bits of paint get on the outside of the cone. If you get too much paint on the outside, however, just let it dry and then cover it up with a cloud. The picture I saw had a house on the land, but I don't want that. You can draw whatever you like, but I wanted to have a cat like my little kitty cat Minnie on the land napping. I put a couple of layers of white all over the cat, making sure each layer was dry. And then I put gray spots wherever I felt like it. For extra detail, I took some black paint and I created a small shadow underneath the cat. Don't forget to sign your painting when you're done. And that completes my first painting tutorial. Now I have a new piece for my background. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a like and subscribe for more painting videos, and check out my other videos as well. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!